Revelation 2908. From the 4th of October 1943. Will to truth. Only the will for truth allows people to recognize error. So many people walk along in error because they thoughtlessly accept what is offered to them as truth, and therefore they cannot distinguish truth from error. And this is a danger which cannot be warned of enough, because only truth can bring people to the maturing of their souls. Again and again it must be pointed out that only the desire for truth can bring it to the human being. For even if it is offered to him, he does not recognize it as truth as long as he does not desire it out of innermost impulse. The slightest will to stand in truth brings him to realization, for his thoughts will now repeatedly encounter error. He will not reject these thoughts but pursue them. Truth will likewise come to him mentally, and through weighing both against each other it will become increasingly clearer in him, because truth makes him happy but error repels him. And this reflection must first begin before the human being becomes certain, before he can accept and advocate truth with conviction. Erroneous teachings will not satisfy him, he will take offense at them. But the desire to stand in the truth must always be a prerequisite, otherwise his willpower is too weak, that is, it is held under the spell of the Prince of Lies who campaigns against the truth. People are mostly indifferent and have no judgment of their own because they are indifferent. They hold on to what they have adopted without checking how far it has come to them unadulterated, and this indifference has serious consequences. For the time of earthly life passes by uselessly, because only pure growth brings spiritual progress if the human being is not extraordinarily active in love, which brings his thinking close to the truth. Nevertheless, his own will has to awaken to reject everything wrong. He has to seriously deal with the religious teachings which were imparted to him if they are to benefit him, that is, if they are of value for the soul's higher development. Otherwise the imparting of them would be of no value at all. He should be able to benefit his soul, and therefore they also require an examination, an opinion, so that they now stimulate the soul to life, to activity, without which spiritual higher development is unthinkable. And this serious examination must be connected with a desire for truth. Thus the human being must hunger for correct knowledge and inwardly resist error. Because he seeks God, he must only want to acknowledge the divine, and therefore he must also completely hand himself over to him, who is truth himself and therefore also the giver of pure truth. And then he can devote himself to the spiritual influences without worry. His thinking will be guided correctly, he will be able to distinguish truth from error, which God himself now offers him. Amen.